Hello there, guys! This is the Prussian Prince, and I'm here with Zaript. Hello, Zaript.
Hello, hello.
So, guess what time it is, everyone? This is the Aggony 1v1 Championship 2012 Fall of the Samurai 1v1 edition final.
Finals, yeah.
We have
And
had upsets left and right all throughout the tournament in group stage with players like Murzik, Twitchy, and other big players dropping out of group stage,
Oh.
and some surprises as well. Like also in the playoffs, we've had Sony drop out early. We've
killer
had
fish.
yeah. Even in the bronze match, we had a surprise. Like everywhere, surprises.
Yeah, but that's what game it is, and that's why it's so cool, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, even if you don't think that you can play on the highest level, it doesn't mean you can't get far away in a tournament. Because if you spend just some time getting ready to the game, thinking about your plan for just for a match, get some plans for some certain maps, you can do well. You can do well. Just never give up, and that's the lesson Taika gave us all,
Yeah.
teached us all. And we are going into the first map, which is Osaka Plain. And we have Pietro Il Terrible as a host and designated attack on the first game. And Duck would be defender.
Yeah. So for the final, we have quite a few maps in the map pool. So we don't have designated maps for each game. The attacker always chooses the map that he wants to attack on, and they of course still alternate attack and defense roles as usual.
And it's strange that Pietro chose Osaka Plains as attacker. It might mean that he is planning to use what line heavy with
Maybe
I don't know.
artillery, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll have to see.
because melee heavy will not work here, but cavalry heavy can still work on some with some conditions. And honestly, the best game I remember on this map, well, actually, my first tournament game casted on my channel was on this map between Mugs and Killerfish. Yes, it was. And the best game I remember is Murzik against Duck, where Murzik brought 3 150 range units and Duck just none. No 150s, and just using terrain, just going around. Duck managed to overcome that scary force without giving Murzik a single chance to react. Quite an interesting game. I suggest you to watch it if you think that 150 range units OP. No, people, they don't. Now let's see what we have here. I should say Dodgers slightly favor Duck in this game because he have archery dodger on his side, and Pietro Il Terrible have sword dodger on his side. And as we told already, melee aren't working that well here because of the river, and we have Shrine in a perfect middle position on this small island. So yeah, Dodgers favor Duck a little bit, I believe.
Both of our players are ready,
Okay.
and the game should be starting any moment now, I suppose.
Yep. And while it didn't start, I will ask him later. There is a chance that we will get Pointman as a third commentator, but right now he's playing Borderlands 2.
With
And
his,
we didn't have enough time to catch him before.
with his point man avatar. in
Yeah,
Borderlands 2.
actually, if you have him in France, take a look at his Steam account pictures. Yo, man, it's such a nice. His last screenshot from Borderlands, just beautiful. And game is starting. So, will you go over compositions?
Yes,
of one of
so
them?
I'm gonna go over Il Terrible's build first. He's got some, it seems like Shinsengumi on his right flank, Vanilla, some red bears in the center. Seems like 4 of those. A United States Marines unit. Another red bear. And on his left flank, 2 Matchlakachi and 2 Shinsengumi. His general is some mix between gun and command, maybe? Yes, it's gun and
yep.
command.
And you can see his plan already with this Shinsengumi with
Yeah.
Matchlakachi. Matchlakachi will stay behind, destroying cavalry, which will judge Shinsengumi from
Also,
ahead.
Boki
Oh,
and the Shogunate Guard Cav of Duck.
no. Yeah. Got
Massive
volley from this
casualties.
Yuki Kitai on the staying near the river. Nice job here. Okay, now. And you see, Duck cannot do anything because it's still hidden.
But Duck has the shrine and he already has
Already,
the archery
yeah.
dojo.
Because of his cavalry heavy contingent as usual. And let's see what he have. He have a revolver cavalry. He have 4 Yariki level 7. He have Shogunate Guard cavalry level 5, which already took 20 man losses. He have Shogitai on his far away right flank. Red Bears on the right flank.
Oh, he's gonna go in with melee right now.
So, and 4 Black Tortoise forces, Vanilla rank 1 in the middle.
Oh, Il Terrible is doing a very nice job focusing on the Shogitai with both his Shinsengumis on his left flank. That Shogitai, it's so expensive and it's gonna do almost nothing, I feel. Well, what's happening?
Am I here? Am I in the game?
Yes, I can hear you, but like you died for 1 second or a couple.
Okay, I'm out of the game.
Okay.
My connection died. Okay,
Okay.
I guess I will have to watch it on a stream at command from there. I don't know
wait.
what provider doing. I'm sorry for that. This is awful.
Yeah. So the game is continuing and Duck's gonna charge in with Shogunate Guard Cav into that Shinsengumi police force, and surprisingly that Shogitai did make it to the Shinsengumi as well. The center looks like Duck's Black Tortoise force got shot at by the Yugekitai of Il Terribile. They're up to 67 kills now, and General of Il Terribile is gonna get charged by Shogunate Guard Cav, but I think that it's not gonna be enough to kill the general. But Duck's doing a nice job with his Yariki now. He's gonna run into the line units of Il Terribile, and he's probably gonna get the gen, but the thing is that it's Shinsengumi, so they won't die that quickly, but still, like, there's more cav coming for Duck still.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say when I disconnected. This Shogitai, of course, approached from front of these 2 Shinsengumi police force, but let's not forget that they have such shooting stats that Red Bears have. So they cannot really destroy Shogitai in loose formation coming from front.
Duck's doing a smart thing now. He's gonna pull away his Yariki so that he doesn't get shot at by Red Bears and anything else, and he's also gonna retreat his Shogitai away. Also an interesting move, but he's got even more cav coming around and revolver cav. Like, he's doing. Look, he has so few units in the center, and he's forcing Il Terribile to keep like his Marines and Yugekitai in the center against 2 units.
Like in that game I mentioned against Murzik.
Yeah, and revolver cavalry now for Duck, taking out the Marines of Il Terribile. Oh, this is so insane. Vanilla revolver cav for Duck as well, and the Marines are down to 29 men and they're out.
And let's not forget that Duck still have archery dojo.
Oh, Duck is sending in his general to take out the Shinsengumi police force, but his general is gonna be in heavy trouble now, though, especially if the Matchlakachi manages to shoot the general of Duck now. But he's getting nice flanking shots with his Red Bears, and I think he's doing a fantastic job right now. He's even gonna get to the Yugekitai, but I don't know if he's gonna get worn down though. Like, oh no, he has more cav from the back of Il Terribile, but I don't know if this is gonna work if Il Terribile notices. He's gonna get at least 1 volley off.
But I mean, you see how at the same time he pushes with his line, and cavalry. I wonder if cavalry
Oh,
would survive, but at
The Red
least
Bears, the Red Bears didn't get a volley off at all.
they still
Surprisingly,
not.
no,
They're
no
not
volley at all.
shooting.
Nothing.
Oh man, this is
But
ridiculous.
yeah, this already. Well, I can say that this is getting close to over as Il Terrible as general is
And let's not
almost
forget
down.
that Ilter actually attack in this game.
Yeah, and Duck was the one attacking. What happened?
What would you expect from Duck? I mean,
Yeah.
that's how he does
Yeah.
it. Man, nice, nice.
Nice play from Duck here, and I guess this really caught Il Terrible off guard. Like, he thought he would be. Maybe he thought he would be able to take down the Shogitai easily and then stop that attack, but didn't work out as Duck sent lots of cav units over there, and Il Terrible didn't seem to be able to counter properly to react to Duck's moves, and he got he lost that flank, and from there on Duck just moved over to the rest of Il Terrible's army, took them out pieces by piece.
Yeah, I mean, you see, like in a game against Myth, Duck used Shinsegume as a flanking force, and here it was the same. Pietro used Shinsegume as a flanking force because they are more sturdy. But man, it just don't work against strong cavalry. They just have bad shooting stats. I think these two games, Myth against Duck against Myth, and this one proves that on their own Shinsegume Police Force are not good enough to save their ground, just because of their shooting stats. They need some support.
Yeah.
Certainly. And this is becoming a tradition for me to not be in a first game myself. This is the third time already when I'm watching it on our stream. Well, what can I do?
So
That's a provide I have.
If you look at the statistics, it looks like Duck deployed almost 1,300 men, but he only lost 500 and killed almost 1,300, 1,256 to be exact. As for Il Terrible, he deployed a lot more men, 1,860, and lost 1,272 and killed 485. So it seems like Duck did some friendly fire. Of course, it happens in Fall of the Samurai when you have all those guns. Now, let's take a look at the kills. For Duck, we have Yariki. First place, 46 losses, 200 kills. Revolver Cav, 190 kills, and remember that a lot of those are Marines. So that was incredibly cost efficient for the Revolver Cav, and also the other Yarikis did very well.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice the level of Yariki. Where's a level 9?
7 for Duck.
Oh, 7. Interesting. What that does give them? Oh, and I can't join the game. Game is full.
And
man, we have 45 men watching now. So people, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, and for Il Terrible we have Yugeki Tai killing the most, and actually they were not efficient. Even though they killed a couple of Shogunate Guard Cav, it wasn't enough, I think.
Yep.
Boki not efficient because it was a really fast game. They didn't get the time necessary efficient.
But still, they kind of get more kills now. You were kicked from the game because of... Yeah, Hopolita writes me in the chat that I'm a cheater, and Vak thinks so too. Wildfire anti-cheat says me that I'm a cheater and I can't join game because of that. Oh, man.
You're using map hack.
Yeah, I see everything that's happening. Well, I kind of joined and I kind of don't. It really lags for me, probably because I have to stop the watching stream. Did I? Okay, I did it. Now? Oh, game not loading for me. Lobby not loading. Man, this game is killing me sometimes. Now I can do nothing. I can't even leave it. Leave the lobby. Okay. I'm restarting it, but I guess not to slow down the game while if players ready, I think they should start without me. I will be on a watching from outside again.
Wait.
But of course I'm starting game, so if they will not be ready until I'm in, that's good too. Okay then, but for our viewers to somehow feel the gap between games, why don't we take some bets on a chat, because I have a chance to watch a chat on okay.
Right.
So
well,
your bets to score. You have seen the first game, so what the final score would be on your opinion?
For me, it's gonna be 4-2 to Duck.
So you still think he can lose couple?
Yeah. And
okay.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna do something. Won't take longer than a minute. Like probably not even a minute.
And for those of you who are watching this stream and don't know what chat I'm talking about, it's not a stream chat right now. It's Aggony 1v1 Championship chat in stream. Because it's easier to monitor for me. But of course I'm monitoring comments on YouTube as well. Okay. Can the Rip get on second battle? Oh, I guess I will get in second battle if my Shogun already started and I'm trying to join. Oh, Killerfish 4-3. Actually, yes, that's the feeling I got as well. It would be either very close battle or completely one-sided. On the forum, I betted on 4-2 score, but now I think it will be more extreme. I don't know why I have that feeling. And I should apologize, people. I can talk a lot about Pietro Il Terrible because after his interview, I really feel like picking on him. I don't think he's bad man or something, but I just feel like that. It happens. We all get BS sometimes. So I have to do my best to keep myself unbiased on the stream.
And I am back.
Okay, and I'm in.
Right, good.
So, Duck is ready, and we are waiting for Pietro Il Terrible. And second map is Duck's choice. Duck will be attacker, and it would be a counter planes. So, what can we say about that map? Quite a lot of forests there. Relatively flat, I should say, but with a lot of small terrain features that makes line battles a bit difficult. Actually, one of the maps I like the most because you can use anything you want there. Anything would work if you can use it right. But still, it slightly favor forest camping. Prussian now have some beer.
What?
In beer? I mean, you know this animals?
What?
Animals?
I have bears.
Handle some beer.
Alright, but before we end this discussion and jump into the game, I want to show a little bit the brackets. Talk about both players' journey through the entire tournament.
You know?
Yeah, but it's just gonna be low deployment zone, so
Okay.
We have time. So for Il Terrible, we shall start with his round 1 match. Not an easy one. He defeated Sprint 3-2 in a close series.
Yeah,
Then
the
on
last
the next,
game was so epic.
Yeah. Next match, up against Colonel Bob, he also defeated him 3-2. So again, not an easy series. And against Epic, he only played 3 games, of which he won 2. So
And then
Can't really
Epic
say.
bailed out
Yeah.
because he was probably too frustrated.
and against Taiko, let's be honest here, it wasn't as close as
As what? As Myth against Duck?
no, but I mean it wasn't that close.
Yeah, Pietro certainly had an advantage in that match. He certainly showed himself to be more calm, more calculative, as he calls himself. But honestly, the most strange for me was a loss of Colonel Bob. I kind of all the players on this tournament, two catched my eye. I mean, players I didn't really know before this tournament. It's Sony and Colonel Bob. They played in such a balanced and manner. Every game they kind of they made every game in a micro game using their balanced compositions. And group stage match between Killerfish and Sony was so cruel. Killerfish lost 2-0 without any chances. I mean, Sony just dominated his group. And they both play in somewhat similar manner. Some cavalry, some line, some melee. But in the end, they both were too aggressive, I guess. And that sort of defensive, calm play of Pietro Il Terrible. Well, someone told me, I'm not sure how true it is, that Colonel Bob was very, very angry after the game. I wish he could be in a chat and say us if it was the case or not. But I can understand that. It's very annoying to play something like Pietro Il Terrible, but of course, I always tell that pragmatic playstyle is what you should opt for. I mean, you don't. When you play for win, you not necessarily play for play aggressively. Okay, enough with this strange
Yeah.
stuff.
So we have on the other side of a bracket, we had Duck,
And the game is starting.
beat 3-0 Pariah, 3-1 Kanasberg, 3-1 Iriskin, and 4-1 Miv. And the game is starting, so I'm gonna go over Duck's build really quickly as I went through his bracket. Now, for Duck, we have on his left flank Shogitai rank 8 again, surprisingly. And
8. Interesting.
yeah.
Speed
Revolver
upgrades,
Cav
I believe.
vanilla, probably, yeah. Saber Cav rank 5, it seems.
5?
Shogun
no.
Guard Cav rank 5. His general, he's a command
Command?
general,
Yep.
full command, no
No,
points in gun.
well, at least without
Yeah.
naval
Then-
bombardment.
Yeah, then he has Black Tortoise, Forbidden Bird Force, Black Tortoise, and all his Black Tortoise Force as usual have rank 1 with 1 reload upgrade probably. And that's about it for Duck, besides the 4 Yariki, of course, just standard Yariki rank 6.
And interestingly enough, you know, I think it's a mix between Command and Bushido. He have cavalry capture. No, he doesn't. He dismounted his saber cavalry. The thing is, he doesn't have increased tower when I look at the minimap. Okay, then over to Il Terrible's build. His gen is a mix between Bushido and gun. Wait a second. 155 range on a general. Okay, he have Royal Marines in the forest. Red Bears, Shogun Guard Infantry, 125.
Oh, the general of Il Terrible, he might get charged by Yariki. Oh.
Will he?
Oh.
Nice bait.
Nice bait,
This
yes.
Red Bears destroying this Yariki of Dark now.
Actually, that was like I expected. I was like, I thought that he would lose the general that he wasn't looking, but in fact it was a
Bait, yeah.
bait, which is a really nice move.
His cavalry is a bit mixed. 2 Yariki level 6, 1 Yariki level 5, 1 Yariki level 2, Shogun's Guard cavalry level 2, and basically right now he is red line camping. That's what he does. And Duck trying to use his revolver cavalry to get the gem. One volley, 30 men killed. Now it's very important not to lose that revolver cav. Risking it pretty much. And it's, you know, it's very strange that no gun enabled for Duck on his gem.
I don't know about this though. Duck's trying to engage into a melee fight with his cav, but he doesn't have as much cav as
he has revolver cav.
But he doesn't have as many Yariki, and his revolver cav is gonna get stopped by Spear Levy, and Il Terrible has got the Yariki that he's gonna use to flank around. But wait a second, what's happening?
Duck winning because his cavalry have a higher quality.
Oh yeah, he's got Shrine and Sword Dojo, which is very important.
And look at this. Strongest line of Il Terrible yet again cannot participate in the fight because they have to react on that Black Tortoise forces.
Yeah.
So Duck is completely splitted yet again. He splitted forces of Pietro Il Terrible on two contingents. Even, you see, they're so close to each other, but it's still two separated contingents. And Duck winning fight on the rear of El Terrible, and he doesn't have to win this line battle. He just has to buy time. But now he's risking his gen. I think gen of Duck might get shot by this Shogun Guard infantry.
Well, if he wants to, but where is he facing? Yeah, he's turning around and he's gonna shoot the gen, I think. But does he have enough range? No, he's gonna shoot into the Shogetai. And actually, you see that, in fact, Duck's cav is actually gonna
be
get taken out here because, like, he didn't have as much melee cav as Il Terrible because he lost one in the early game. I think that's
actually Il Terrible in the end in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I
think now it all depends on Shogitai of Duck, just on them.
Yeah, actually Shogitai down to 50 men. I don't think they can do it, and I think Duck's general is about to die as well. Yeah. I think Il Terrible is about to win this.
Wins this game? Yeah. Oh, and he's facing his Royal Marines to General of Duck. And you see, man, as I told, forest is probably a main feature of this map. Il Terrible got to this forest and GG from Duck, but still, this is a red line camping and nothing else. But what can you do? What can you do?
But like, still, he didn't stay there for the whole. Like, I think you have to stay there for a while to be considered red line camping. And
well, he's staying for the whole duration of a match. We will see how long this match is.
But Duck attacked him, so
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much because it would be stupid not to use this forest on this map. So. As a defender, Il Terrible taking a first game by smartly using this forest, and thanks to Felix Marshall that showed me how to camp here. I mean, you don't need anyone to show you how to camp there. But well,
well, now it's 1-1 and it's getting interesting.
Yeah, and honestly, I think. Duck went ahead of himself here, controlling two dodges. I mean, he didn't need to get into that forest. But still, it was cool. It was cool. I think the only problem he had, you see what he did? He had actually enough melee cavalry, but he used his saber cavalry to charge line of Il Terrible, and they got insane amount of kills if you look at them. Saber cavalry, well, not insane, but 127. If he used them against cavalry of Il Terrible, just to tie them down, and you see, and then his revolver cavalry wouldn't be charged; they would be free to kill. And just maybe this small mistake made it so that Duck couldn't win a cavalry fight decisively, which was a very important here. And that Shogunate Guard cavalry losing 20 men for nothing at the beginning. So I should say these three units, Sabre Cavalry, Shogun Guard Cavalry, and Revolver Cavalry, despite being second, third, and fourth in kills count in his army, they are the units that actually lost him the game. Miss Micro Shogun Guard Cavalry in the beginning didn't use Sabre Cavalry in cavalry fight, didn't save Revolver Cavalry from charge of Il Terrible's hierarchy. And that small margin didn't allow Duck to have enough cavalry to charge line in the forest.
And the mistake in the beginning where he lost the Yariki, that was big for the cavalry fight.
Yeah, very big. I guess, well, that's how cavalry heavy builds work. It's high risk, high reward builds. Man. Well, that bet didn't work well. And for Il Terrible, as you can see, two of his camping units did really well. This Royal Marines, this Shogunate Guard infantry with 175 range. And honestly, I believe with the contingent he have for Duck, 3 Black Tortoise Force and Vermilion Blood Force was unneeded. I mean, if you read ahead, you know that Il Terrible would camp the forest. And against forest camp, having 2 Shogitais would be much better than having Vermilion Bird Force. That's for sure. I mean, additional vanilla Shogitai would look much better on this map, in my opinion. Because it was obvious that player like Il Terrible will not go through the middle. He isn't, I don't know, in Digger. When I remember finals of TWCC 1v1 tournament, it was obvious that he would camp at some point. And you look, game duration 5 minutes 29 seconds. So yes, for 5 minutes Pietro Il Terrible camped at red line. But what can we do here? What can we do?
But it was so quick that Duck attack, like there was there was actually the engagement started already, so like there was nothing he could do to avoid that.
I mean, the problem here, if red line was farther away, Duck actually had enough line to flank on that side. He had at least one Black Tortoise Force could have went there and at least taken attention of Red Bears of Il Terrible. I don't think it would have changed the game actually when I think about it, but it affected the outcome, of course. But the side of the game was cavalry management, because Duck betted his all on a cavalry. And actually he did well. He did pretty well considering initial mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay then. That's 1-1 score. And in next map would be Waterfalls with Pietro Il Terrible as a designated attacker. That's his choice. Interesting choice, I should say. I wonder, probably the game I remember first thinking about Waterfalls is your game against Taika. When Taika placed himself in the middle between 2 dodges and you just attacked the forest from all the sides without any necessity of it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Mind plays strange tricks with us, our own minds. So let me take a fast look at the chat to see what's happening there. And Pointmen aren't answering me. Man. I actually want him in this... personally, I would like to hear his voice and...
Well, what can you do? We have to move on and commentate on our own.
Yeah, that would be difficult for us, of course, but we will manage, I guess.
Pointman would bring more insight into the game as well.
And more excitement.
More excitement, yeah. So this is going to be the third game on Waterfalls with Il Terrible as the attacker once again. We'll see what kind of strategy he employs this time around.
Yep.
And on the map we have Archery Dojo and Farmhouse on the flanks. And in the middle I think we have the Shrine or the Workshop.
Okay.
So it should be interesting to see.
We have Duck and Zarpit. Okay, chat is exploding with Flute. And hi Omega. But that's what we, I guess, should do before game start. Interact with our viewers a little. Flute. Yep. So what we have? Zarpit, stop hating. Hating what? No. I just call things. I just tell things as they are. Camping is camping. I'm not hating it. It's okay. It's a valid strategy, but I can't call it. How should I call it? Okay, he took strategical position in the forest. I can do that, but camping is just faster. No. You don't even know how I hate. If you want to know how I hate, just look at my chat forum history on official forums and on TWCC. I had a good hating battle with Bravier one day on TWCC. I can do that when I want. Well, when I'm in a mood, but here not. I'm completely unbiased. I try to be. It's just...
No beer?
What?
No beer? Is that why?
No, I have some white wine, but I'm still drinking tea. I'm saving it for later, depending on how it goes.
Save it for the last game.
Yep.
The last, and then should be.
Yeah, and just to get more in this hate comment, I should say that not say how. Pietro played last game smartly, but it's not beautiful. That's what I try to say. It's nothing to get excited about, for me at least, because the way he played it, I play all my games. When I'm not drunk. That's why I have 78% of win percentage on a ladder.
The
because
game is starting.
Started. Yep.
So I'm gonna go over Il Terrible's build first, and then you go over Duck's build. He's got a command general, by the looks of it, and in the front, red bears, and 2 marines and Shogunate Guard infantry, rank 2. And in the back, he's also got more red bears and some Shogitai, 2 of them. Rank 2 both. And what else does he have? Some spear levy. Yeah, 2 spear levy. And in the back, 2 more red bears. Actually, 1 red bear and 1 white bear. And that is about it for the build
one of his Shogunate Guard infantry level 2 is in fact United States Marines. Just to make sure, we have 2 150 range units here, and infantry the marine already giving volley on that spear levies. Now for Duck we have, let's see, 2 spear levies as a front for his 3 vanilla Shogitais. Some mix between Bushido and Command Gen again, I guess.
And the attack
4
for Duck is starting.
Yarikachi level 2 each, Imperial Guard Cavalry, and 4 Yariki level 2 going around. Is that all? No, it's not all. He have 1 more spear levy capturing Workshop. And he is rushing through the middle. And under the fire of this light infantry, both spear levies already dead.
Yeah.
I wonder... But look at this Yarikachi flanking on this side, on other side of
Is it
farmhouse.
Gonna be enough though? I
It
wonder
doesn't look
because
so.
the left flank of Il Terrible, he's already mopped that up. And the right
Yeah,
flank.
and he have Shogitais to stop Shogitais of Duck. But look at this, one Shogitai trying to... No, it got catched in a fight.
However, Duck is pushing on his left.
flank,
Yeah.
Yeah, on left he will push through. to get that aligned line. But don't forget
yeah.
about all these red beers on behind.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose too many units doing that.
Yeah.
Even if he breaks through that marine unit, it won't be enough, in my opinion. And
this game will go for Il Terrible, I believe.
Yeah, and looks like the center, he basically just... I think, yeah, Duck only has a couple units left, actually, now that I look at it. And
yeah, and other problem is that with melee rush you want to get your cavalry in at some point, but he still didn't, and his Imperial Guard cavalry doing decent job fighting the... But look at this, his Yariki in the middle doing nothing near this Shogunate Guard Imperial Guard cavalry, and his Yariki on the back just going around. Doesn't look good. Because Il Terrible saved at least 2 of his elite infantry.
But Duck's charging in from basically look at the white bears and red bears of Il Terrible, and he couldn't.
But I wonder if it's enough.
Yeah.
Can level 2 Yariki destroy the whole line unit? I don't think so.
Yeah, and still, like, his main body of units, it's almost done now, so it's almost dead, and he's gonna lose even his general potentially soon.
And the other problem here is that these red bears and white bears of Il Terrible, they didn't actually participate in the main fight, so charging them is like separate fight that does have no meaning to the main fight. I mean, it does not affect the outcome of the main fight. So we have like 2 separate battles here, and this cavalry does not help the main infantry body of Duck, so it's another GG, I guess.
Yeah, and Duck calls GG, so Il Terrible takes 2 games in a row against Duck, and it's
taking a lead.
Yeah, as I said, like, nice, very nice and stable play from Il Terrible. Defensive, but he knows how to play it.
Of course, but I mean, who doesn't? I'm sorry, guys. Of course, it's difficult because we know anyone who tried to play against melee rush staying on one place, it isn't easy. And choosing the right units on your front, choosing the right units on your back, maintaining this waist position, and look at the general of Il Terrible on a stand and fight position. And this is a well thought out defensive line of Maginot, I should say, or something. If we take some World War analogies. And in the end, Pietro Il Terrible didn't even have a need to kite. His front line shooting power was so strong, and his 2 Shogitais addition was such a nice addition in the end.
And he still has more than half of his army left.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Duck actually managed to kill 900 men in such a engagement, because it seemed awful. I mean, all of his Shogitais were vanilla, so, and they get at least 1 volley before engaging Pietro's Shogitais, which were, let me see, Pietro's Shogitai, they were level 2 actually, each of them. So they were even stronger. And I mean, having such a... it's not look like usual Ducks play. I mean, for Yarikachi, I mean, that's way too many infantry units for this higher ground rush. I mean, it's basically a choke point. You don't need that many melee infantry. It's kind of pointless.
Yeah, I think maybe some shooter infantry added in instead would have been a better choice in this case.
Yeah, put them behind, for example, or I don't know, high quality cavalry, for example.
And I don't think, did he actually have any unit on the ground that boosted his morale? Well, he had the Imperial Guard cavalry, but...
Yeah, and it was actually staying exactly in the middle. And he didn't have full Bushido with full melee army, I should say it's strange, because heroic assault is exactly what would help him here. Fast engagement. So not that well thought out rush, I should say. Okay, now, but from Pietro, I mean, perfect defense from a rush in a choke point. 2 Shogitais, 3 light line units with 150 range and insane shooting stats.
Yeah.
And but overall, I mean, I wonder if it really was good. I mean, in a sense, his red beers did nothing when I think about it. So for Il Terrible, there is something to think about as well. 2-1. Il Terrible taking a lead, and this time I think Duck oversmarted himself. He played aggressor in a game. He is a defender. He tries to push this aggressive play style, but Il Terrible showed that that's exactly what he plays good against. He plays good against aggressive opponents because what he does good is camp. That's what he's good at, and Duck actually allows Il Terrible make play his best play style, I guess. And I think I didn't watch the chat, but I guess Ryan should go crazy right now. Let me see it. Yeah, in my chat. Oh man. Yeah, I think Duck trying to prove that aggressive playstyle is can dominate, but it's not always the case. I mean, it's such a small margins when you play on such a high with such a high stakes. I should say, small mistake with the cavalry and you lose. Small mistake with choosing build. I mean, it really. Do you need that many melee infantry on a choke point engagement? No, I think quality is what you want in a choke point engagement. That's a common sense, I guess.
I think had he used some of his melee on top of the hill, maybe and come down from there as well, it would have gone better for him. Because he could have prolonged the engagement in the middle because it wasn't necessary to deny it right off. I mean, immediately deny that farmhouse. Like, I think he could have positioned some of his melee up top of the hill and then came from the other side and went downhill.
Well, there is a lot to do. I mean, just 2 Yarikachi were a bit too much. I mean, 4 of them. He only needed 2 actually. So maybe getting 1 more spear levy as a Mitchell. Maybe getting higher quality cavalry, maybe getting higher quality Shogitai, maybe getting 1 ninja. I don't know. There is so many things that could have been better. Maybe getting 150 range marines, right? No, revolver cavalry probably wouldn't look that good. Yeah, not a perfect rush. Not a perfect rush, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, people in the chat clearly rooting for Duck, but yeah, I think for many of us, what's happening right now is we all want to believe that aggressive playstyle is better because it's more fun. But let's be honest. Game balanced in a way it's balanced. Getting Forest Camper isn't easy at all. So what you can do against Forest Camper usually is take all dodges, for example. That's why you have to choose maps smart. And Il Terrible actually choose a very good map for his playstyle. he choose a map where he can control dojo while playing defender. I mean, he is attacker, of course, but he doesn't have to go full on attack if he's an attacker. He only need on one unit to engage. And actually, why did Duck attack on the first place?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I had, but now I can't think that fast when I have other thoughts in my head. And now I'm just getting to the thing that you said. I'm so slow. And hopefully to challenge me to commentate as fast as he does. No, I'm not taking that challenge.
Game is loading. Flood
Yeah.
Plain. We have on the flanks Sword Dojo, and what is the other one? It is a farmhouse. In the center we have Shrine. So this map, it's quite nice for cavalry heavy playstyle because of
Depends. It depends.
Yeah, I guess.
Because there is maybe too many forests for that. But
you
it's certainly
can get all the dojos if you use
Yeah.
heavy playstyle.
it's certainly good for balanced builds in a sense because both line and Billy do good. For this middle forest, certainly good to have some Shogitais in it. And on the flanks, there is enough terrain features to approach without being shooted at. On the other hand, you still can use some line to push your opponent from dodges. So I would say this map actually favors balanced builds.
Yeah.
But we will see. So it's Duck map and Duck an attacker. And he chooses the map where Il Terrible can actually forest camp. Would be interesting to see what will happen.
Yeah, he can stay in the center, you mean? Or which forest are you talking about? Or one of the...
Well, any near
yeah,
farmhouse,
or
he can
yeah,
control the
also
dojo
flank.
easily.
Yeah, any dojo.
And you can actually camp the forest here without red line camping.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Game is starting.
started.
So, I'm gonna go over Duck's build. He's got a... Still command general, so he doesn't seem to go with the Bushido that much anymore. At least so
At
far
least
in
these
the...
games,
yeah.
I wonder if he's trying
match.
something
Yeah.
new.
And on his left flank, he's got Yariki rank 7, Yariki rank 7, Yariki rank 7, Yariki rank 7, Red Bear Infantry Vanilla, Shogunate Guard Cav rank 6, Revolver Cav Vanilla, and in the center he's got, let's see, 3 Red Bears, and on his right flank, rank 1 Black Tortoise Force, and actually a Revolver Cav rank 9 that is just shown, so...
Yeah.
Interesting choice to use 2 Revolver Cav and one that's so highly vetted.
Yeah, and you see Pietro Il Terrible doing exactly what we told. He already going for heavy forest camp. And actually I remembered why I don't like this playstyle and people don't like it. When aggressive player wins, it looks close, interesting, and difficult. When camper wins, it looks smart, but I wonder if there is much skill involved, in a sense, because while once you get in this position, there isn't much control you have to apply to your units. And now shooting starts near Sword Dojo, and Pietro Il Terrible have Red Bear Infantry shooting with this other Red Bear Infantry of Duck. He have 4 Red Bear Infantry units.
The thing
he
is,
have Shogunate Guard Infantry. Level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Il Terrible does not have any 150s, does he? So, I think Duck can keep all dojos and just force Il Terrible to do something.
Yep.
I think that's his plan as well.
I certainly hope so.
Because...
But I wonder, maybe he have some Yugi Kitai hidden in the forest, I don't know. Let's see. Pietro Il Terrible have for Yari. Let's see. Yariki level. Shogun Guard Cavalry level 3. Yariki level 6. Yariki level 6. Yariki level 2. Revolver Cavalry Vanilla. Yariki level 2. And Bushido Gen with gun enabled. And he's writing something in chat, but I'm not.
Looks like they're
Not is used to
arguing a little bit.
yeah, red line camping. Duck reminds Pietro that he is red line camping. Bit risky engagement with revolver cavalry with this red beers. Look, this red beers of Pietro Il Terrible reform, and that's what I'm talking about. With this playstyle, you see, Pietro does the mistakes that look ridiculous. Of course, everyone does it, but you can clearly see that
And
it's
now
strange, just because he doesn't think about attacking. But now, heavy cavalry engagement going on right flank of Pietro Il Terrible, and his spare levy is coming in, so Duck have to win fast and disengage if he wants to win this cavalry engagement. At the same time, look at Duck flanking with 4 of his Black Tortoise forces and Red Bears on his right
Duck's
flank.
Already destroying that portion of Il Terrible's army, so once he destroys that, he'll be able to run through.
And look at the spear levies, wavering on 140 men alive. Interesting, because all this cavalry routing. I think
still
Duck
needs to disengage. Oh,
yeah.
but maybe he can get the general still.
Yeah. As you can see, even defending isn't that easy.
Yeah. One mistake, and he was not looking. I mean, he was a bit. He moved a bit too far with his red bears, and that
look at
was
this.
the end of.
Spear levies of Pietro Il Terrible actually routed before doing any damage. Look, they have 90 men alive. 90 men alive, and they already routed.
Yeah. And his general is about to die as well, down to 3 men. He's under Banzai, I think, but he's about to run out, so he's gonna die.
Yeah, and that's probably the play you expect. Duck certainly didn't win yet. Il Terrible still have revolver cavalry, still have Shogunate Guard infantry alive, shooting at the cavalry of Duck. It's not over yet. It's certainly in a Duck's favor with all the line he have and with general. But you see, that's what I was talking about when we talked about a game in a cast of a game between Il Terrible and Taika. When you play in defensive style, that's becoming your bane. That's becoming your... you don't know these small margins. In this cavalry engagement, Pietro Il Terrible didn't know that this spear levy would rout so fast. He didn't know that he cannot engage here, but he engaged. Duck knows such a things because he plays in such an aggressive style all the time. He knows. I mean, in the end, he just knows game better because of that. Because he loses a lot of as an aggressor, and because he plays in a more difficult style. That's what I believe. That's not what I can tell for sure. That's what I believe. And you see how much more interesting this game is. Tell me, chat, are you disagree? Are you really think that previous game was more interesting? Because for me, there is no question. This game was cool, much cooler. Oh, and I really have to apologize for Il Terrible. I'm beast here. It's unacceptable as a caster, and I have to apologize. Man, I really feel bad right now. But I'm sorry. Because I shouldn't be that biased, but it's... Oh, man.
Well, I think the general agreement is that aggressive
In chat,
playstyle
yes.
is more fun, but...
Oh, man. And yeah, from now on, I'm rooting for Il Terrible, no matter what you do, because I need to make up for that. It's... because he's right what he wrote in a game chat. I mean, he honestly knows only one style. He does it good, and when you play on a tournament, what can you do, right? You have to stick with your best play style, and that's what he does. And as a player, I understand him. Because when I have no choice, I do the same stuff. Because there was a game when I was left with my general and Imperial Guard cavalry. And what did I do? I kited the whole game long for 20 minutes until I won. Because that's a battle, right? You have to win.
Yeah.
So as a player, I understand him completely. It's just that as a commentator and as a viewer, I think it's boring. Well, I hope he will take my apologies. But I still think that in his interview, he took things out of content. Okay, then stop with this bullshit and let's go to the final stats. Duck deployed 150 men less, and he killed 500 men more. 450 men more. Now kill stats. Vanilla revolver cavalry killed more than level 9 revolver cavalry.
Because level 9 revolver cavalry got shot up by Il Terrible's own revolver cavalry.
Yeah. And revolver cavalry vanilla actually engaged in a melee a couple of times. And you see, cavalry units of Duck, 4 of them are absolute leaders. 2 Yariki killing over 100, Shugnat Guard cavalry killing over 100. Yeah, they all did good. Probably revolver cavalry of Duck level 9 is the only one that didn't pay for itself. Now for El Terrible, both of his revolver cavalry not cost effective.
Well, one of them was because he killed the level 9 revolver cav of Duck. So.
Oh, okay. The higher one.
Yeah.
But they were cost effective, but it wasn't enough to turn the fight.
Yeah.
Let's see. His Shogunate Guard cavalry didn't good. Honestly, I don't. All of his units. Once Duck won cavalry fight, it was over. I guess this time, because Duck not only won cavalry fight but dominated it. In the first game, in the second game, Duck still won cavalry fight, but he took too heavy losses, way too heavy. Oh man, I'm talking so much that I want to eat. Oh, we are hosting?
Yes, we should be hosting because Il Terrible crashed.
Okay. And I think you have some metallic noises. Can you in chat tell us if... because I hear something in... some metallic noises in Prussian Prince's voice. Chat? Anyone, please?
Maybe it's my fan, I don't know.
No, it's like when you're lagging in Skype. It's the same with me sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, Hopalita says it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's only for me. Ryan doesn't hear you? What?
What?
Oh, yeah, that's a joke. It's because I'm talking too much. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, Killerfish actually is here.
Where?
In chat.
But he isn't talking, I guess.
Whoops, I forgot to update the score. It's 2-2, guys. It's not 2-1.
Yep.
It happens.
Okay, game rehosted, and we can join, I think.
It's
oh man, I'm really getting hungry.
So am I. And I ate just before
the game.
The game. even during the first game a little bit. Well, before it started in like.
Okay, I'm Africa for a minute. I will get some bread at least.
Okay. So basically, we're gonna have to wait and see what kind of map they choose now out of the map pool. And it'll be interesting to see if Il Terrible changes up his style, because he's been using mostly the same style thus far. It'll be interesting to see if he can actually pull off an aggressive style against Duck. Like, maybe even something as crazy as a melee rush, but only if he feels comfortable doing something like that. Because his most played playstyle is obviously this very defensive playstyle, which means that he may not know how to play it aggressively as well as he does defensively, but it may be just enough to surprise Duck. But I mean, it's very hard to predict, but I think he's still probably gonna go with what he's been going thus far, because that's his standard style. That's what he plays best, so that's what he's most confident in, and that is likely what's gonna happen as well. But if he knows how to play a melee rush or some sort of other type of strategy, I would very much like to see that, to see if he can play that kind of game as well, because we know that Duck can play both types of games, and we've seen it before. But so far it's 2-2. So judging by the score, it's how do you call it? It's quite equal right now, but in terms of games, of course, Duck's play has been more beautiful because it's aggressive, but Il Terribles has been very solid nevertheless, and solid like a rock in the games he won, and he made some, well, at least one big mistake in the games he lost.
Yep.
Well,
I think
it's small but big.
I think it's a good matchup actually. Yeah, perfect. Very defensive player against very aggressive one. But of course, let's not forget that, for example, in that beautiful second game against Myth, Duck basically camped with melee rush. It was so cool. He made Myth cross the river just by waiting for him.
And we have some trash talk in chat. And Duck is saying that his favorite map is Oboke Gorge.
That magically wins with my calf mixed with lances. Oh, come on.
It wasn't magical. He was caught out of position.
First of all, out of position. Second of all, Cavalry of Duck had a much higher quality.
Yeah.
Two of Yariki of Il Terrible were level 2. And he seems to not understand the difference between level 2 and level 6
and
Yariki.
Did he not have dojos and stuff that helped him, or?
Yeah, Morale Dojo, SWAT Dojo, and let's not forget what a high penalty that Spear Levies got when 4 units near them routed. I mean, come on. I mean, he's basically... I kind of know what he's doing. He makes Duck think about unnecessary stuff. That's a way to get your opponent out of his game. That's what a lot of boxers try to do.
But
Trash talk before the game.
Duck didn't really say anything to that.
Yeah,
So-
rules are rules. I mean,
Yeah.
basically for people, for our watchers, we didn't say. Pietro Il Terrible arguing about not being able to choose waterfall second time. And he says it's because Duck actually have 3 versions of his favorite map. I wonder what he means. Probably he means that a lot of maps are very similar.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, that's a I mean, the point of a tournament which have best of 7 series is to see how players do on variety of maps from map pool. And of course, before we talked about it, in best of 7 series, Duck probably have an advantage over any player because anyone can take a game from him, like I did yesterday on a better call-out tournament. But one game is one game. When you get into the match, when you play on variety of maps, you finally can understand that Duck have much more play styles available in his deck than any of us generally. So that variety and experience on different maps is what actually makes him so strong. Because micro-wise, I mean, he does mistakes. We have seen it. He makes mistake in some decisions. No question here. But he just knows games better overall.
Yeah, if we think about it, Duck is the strongest overall player in 2012 in Fall of the Samurai, and
Yep.
like he hasn't been knocked out of any tournament in Fall of the Samurai this
That he participated, yeah.
year, like big ones, not flash tournaments or anything like that.
Flash tournaments kind of random.
Yeah.
So, but no. I wonder what other players I know with such a variety. Probably Sony showed some variety. You showed variety, but you didn't use it that well, unfortunately. Yeah. Now, Pointman actually, despite having built his composition built around the same idea always, I mean, amount of equality, but I believe he almost never used the same build twice. He always tweaks it according to the map. So he has some sort of variety. He can go cavalry heavy or no cavalry at all. Who else? I I can't remember anyone. No,
yeah, maybe there's not many people who...
Yeah, basically people have their preferred style. Oh, Killerfish, yeah, of course. I'm sorry for not remembering. But unfortunately, on last tournaments, it seems easy he doesn't have much time to prepare or something. He didn't show his usual performance. What we were... I mean, half year ago, Killerfish basically dominated like Duck does now. But lately doesn't see that much.
From what he's told me, he hates Fall of the Samurai and he's only playing Shogun 2, apparently.
Yeah, people have different preferences. For me, the problem with Shogun 2 main problem is it's I didn't understand it before you told me. I felt that something wrong. And then after playing some medieval Total War, I finally understood. It's those Hold Firm inspired Banzai level 9. I mean,
hate that.
The whole idea of the game is to position yourself and maneuver in such a way that you can deliver a hammer and anvil strike, that you can make your opponent rout.
Yeah.
And with those buttons, I mean magical buttons, you have Warhammer game.
I call them like, sorcery.
Yeah, certainly sorcery. It's like it's different game. Once you have enough veterans, level 9, it becomes completely different game. You can still deal with that, I believe. Despite me basically fighting with Bravier all the time, he's the one of the players who can actually deal with it using matchlock, using a lot of cavalry and kiting. But generally, it's way too difficult.
Yeah, and it's not fun to use it, and it's not fun to play against it. So it kills the fun out of the game because you basically click one button and so many of your units have unbreakable morale for a while, and
yeah. Well, it's pragmatic, but people in the chat can, if they want, I think a lot of know about it. But you can go to Ron Jan YouTube channel. He actually have one, and take a look at his videos. He plays in this style. He have 4 Naginata Warrior Monks, Bulletproof Samurai level 9, all 4 Naginata Warrior Monks level 9, 2 Naginata Samurai level 9, and I don't know what he have, Banzai or Hold Firm, and basically he just goes like a train, strictly to his opponent, engage, pop his Hold Firms one by one, and stays in the fight, and when fight prolonged, he actually pops up 4 Warcries.
Yes.
Game is done. Boring.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's very effective, so
Yeah,
I can
very
understand
effective.
why he does it, but
Yeah, me too. I mean, if you have such a tool and you care about the game, why not use it, right? If you like the game and you like multiplayer, I completely understand him. But it takes fun of it for me. I mean, it's kind of cool when you raise your veterans, when you think about builds, when you try to complete your best build possible. But when you've done it, look how boring it is in the end. That's just not for me.
yeah.
But that's why I like what Bravier does. This level 2 Naginatas, smart matchlock play, evasive. He basically, I think if he plays against Ron Jan, I think he can kite him to death. I strongly believe that. And yeah.
You remember, like, in Serenity Tournament, how I won pretty much every match using only one style? Like 3 Hold Firm, Yari Ashigaru or something like that, and Long Yari
Spear
with
Wall.
Yeah. And
Well,
like, even Duck had trouble against it, and like, all I did was, I didn't do that much, but... And still, I like won 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and then I lost to Duck 3-2.
I still remember how Duck tried to kite you one game, and you just rushed him and that was hilarious. He got bulky just for that. Actually, other player who can do it, I think, Fatal Imprudence. 3 matchlock playstyle. But game is starting. And we have 2 dodges, Farmhouse and Shrine. So both players obviously want to go for a Shrine. And we see how Pietro Il Terrible, from the very beginning, going for this heal. Is he trying to camp again?
But
yes, he does.
Okay, let me check out his army first. Command General. Once again, with stand and fight and everything. Then he's got... Well, I can barely see his army right now because everything is clumped up. He's got Shogunate Guard Infantry rank 2. Marines, 150 range. Shogunate Guard Infantry rank 2 once again. Some Red Bears. I think he's got 1, 2...
Tons of spear levies.
3 Red Bears, I think. And lots of spear levies. And Shogitai rank 2, I believe. 2 of them, or is it 3? I think it's 2. Yes,
2 and
no cavalry at all. Yeah.
So we know what he's doing. Now for Duck, maybe he's going to lose this. I mean, just build-wise, because yet again he has strong cavalry contingent, level 5 Sabre cavalry, 4 Yaruki level 6, revolver cavalry vanilla. I think he hidden Shogunate Guard cavalry in the forest, but he have it.
And
one
thing is, Il Terrible is most likely gonna get the shrine, and that's gonna help out so much. But I don't know
Yeah.
what he's doing with that Shogitai behind the hill. Over there, you
Yeah,
see it?
maybe he
It's
wants
kind of...
us to talk about red line camping again. Who knows? Okay. Now, for line, Duck have 6 line units, I believe, hidden them in the forest. Shogunate infantry 150 range,
Yeah, so...
and 2 Black Tortoise Force, Red Bear level 2. Actually, quite cost-effective unit. Black Tortoise Force rank 1, Red Bear level 2. So yeah, that's price-wise. Level 2 Red Bears have a nice reload
So,
and still cheap.
what I can say now is that, as we noted earlier, Il Terrible has a build advantage, and now he has the better dojo, so he... So far, like, everything is in his
Favor, yeah.
favor. But we will see what Duck can do to change that. But it's gonna be difficult to attack such a position, though. But
And
it's...
that's a map Duck choose as an attacker. I don't know.
so-
He should have predicted this.
It's like... It's definitely... There's always a possibility, but...
Look at Revolver Cavalry. Taking some shots, but now getting shots from this Red Bears. I don't know what Duck
He's
is
already
doing.
gonna lose his Revolver Cavalry.
Second time in a row he does it. Engage it way too fast.
Not cost effective at all.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly decimating these Red Bears.
But it's still
But
gonna
now-
be alive. That Red Bear is still there, and the Revolver Cavalry is gone, so... That's a huge win for Il Terribile. Once again, another thing that it's going better for him. But I think some of his units are positioned incorrectly on the lower side of the hill. Like, some of them can't really get the line of sight. But actually, Duck has 150 Shogunate infantry. I didn't notice that. I thought he only had
Yeah.
Black Tortoise and Red Bears.
But there is United
125.
States Marines
Yeah.
facing.
I honestly don't know what Duck can do at this point that would win him the game, but we have to see. Like, is he gonna try and rush one side, or is he gonna go from all sides?
On his place, I would just make it look like I'm
Yeah.
attacking with my general,
Or
and then win by that red line rule.
or he could
Because
or he
this,
could
this is a
go
bullshit.
through the forest. Would be another thing.
But I mean, come on. This is a certain red line camping. There is no reason not to give a technical win for Duck. I just
Well, he's still... Well, he moved his marines forward, so I think
whatever.
he
He's
could
red
still
line camping.
move with ahead, and he's doing it.
Ah, wait a second. Il Terrible is attacker here. Yes, I
Yeah.
forgot. He is an attacker. I'm sorry, guys. Well, let's see how he will attack. Man, I'm sorry. I thought Duck is attacker. Yeah, it's Il Terrible. We will see. Because now what Duck is doing, he's trying to make Il Terrible spread, but that Revolver Cavalry, I kinda
Yeah, I
still
don't know
can't
what
get
he
it.
tried, what he attempted. Like,
Loud,
I think
yeah.
he gambled that he would be able to take out the Red Bears before they'd be able to shoot, but that's like a weird gamble. So risky.
I never seen it actually worked, to be honest. Especially in a forest.
Yeah. That was so risky. But yeah, actually, like, I thought Duck was the attacker too, so...
Yeah, just by the build Pietro took.
Yeah. Since he has no cav, like, you would expect some very defensive playstyle, but he's gonna have to attack and make it work in that case.
Well, he is going to do what I suggested for Duck. He's going to use one unit to make it look like he's attacking. Let's see what we have in chat. Whatever you do, do not attack Duck.
Yeah, you need some patience right now.
Yeah, but I don't think you should. I don't know about this. So,
Is he thinking about how he's gonna approach this? Because he has to
oh,
attack.
he is approaching. Look at this red beast, trying to
Yeah.
push cavalry of Duck. Oh no! I don't like what Duck doing here.
He could get his cav trapped now.
No, he wouldn't. This red beast will take flanking shots from this Shogunate infantry. Don't forget they have 150 range.
Yeah.
But they don't. Oh man, United States Shogunate Guard infantry moving in. Not cost-effective exchange for Duck again. Just not.
Yeah. And he's gonna use naval bombardment to keep the Shogunate infantry away, and he's gonna take out the Shogunate guard cav. Or is
actually,
he?
full moral gen right now. No. This is Pietro il Terrible's naval bombardment.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I thought he would use it to make sure that Duck would pull out, and then
And Duck
shoot
did?
with shoot the cav of Duck with his own Shogunate guard infantry, but he didn't do it. Like I mean, he
But
couldn't
look.
get to do it.
Look at Duck lost
Almost
what,
20 men. Yeah.
19 men in his Shogunate Guard cavalry and Revolver cavalry just to get this red bears. Awful exchange. Absolutely awful. But now it's starting to get interesting. These spear levies, I think Duck should. Oh no shooting general. Man, why?
Yeah.
At this point, Revolver cavalry would make so much for Duck.
Well, the level 9, because like he would easily waste his ammo on the spear levy, the regular vanilla one.
Yeah, no archery dodger. Well, I think the problem is maybe Pietro too focused on winning. I don't sure that he understands that he will get so many haters even if he wins this tournament. Yeah. Lawyer for you. Well,
Well, he's moving units aggressively, so technically you can say that he is still within the rules.
yeah, why not? Let's give him a chance to test our patience. And I mean, if that's what he play for, just pure win. And if he doesn't care, I mean, sometimes I just don't understand it. What's point in winning if it makes you anti-hero? I just don't get it, because winning this tournament will only matter something in the eyes of Total War community, and Total War community will hate you if you win like coward. So, kind of doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I remember I'm still rooting for Il Terrible. I remember it. And you see how difficult it is not to make fun of him right now. It's, man, I'm awful. I'm kind of, I feel like I should shut up and not say anything anymore. Well, he's certainly moving his United States Marines offensively. He does.
Well, it's gonna take a while, but like he wants to take it slow and methodically, which is actually a good way of doing it. Like it maximizes your chances, I guess. Like if you go like all in, it's kind of,
it's risky, yeah,
Yeah.
because Duck can kite you, and then Duck will have a better position. Now, let's see. Well, actually, smart thing on the right side of Pietro il Terrible, he's using his spear levies and Kyoto police as a flanking force. But now Duck, man, well, it's honest and aggressive play, but stupid.
He's gonna lose
charging
his
his
Yariki,
Yarikins,
yeah.
Red Bears getting surrounded by 2 spear levels. It's just not worth it. It's not cost-effective exchanges. Personally, I would keep my cavalry to the point when line battle will start. I mean, this cavalry will not do anything on their own.
And one is already routed, and it might go off the field too if it like continues going that way. Because it's gonna go past the red line. And just look at this.
And as you can see, Duck can lose his patience as well. This is certainly a case of lost patience. I'm absolutely sure that he's angry right now. And personally, I don't know. It's... Yet again, it looks like Duck
is the attacker.
Didn't really know what he playing against.
Yeah.
I mean, it was absolutely clear what Pietro il Terrible would do. No questions here. Pietro, he basically told it in his own interview that he thinks Duck would win. And what can give a chance to Pietro in his own eyes? Camping. So that's the only thing he would do in any game. He would go the most campy composition possible. It's the only thing he would do.
But now Duck's trying to move in, and I think
it will not work.
He's losing his Black Tortoise, but I mean, he baited first volley so that his more expensive unit didn't get shot, but I don't know if it's gonna work that well.
You see, Duck will lose this game anyway in a prolonged fight because he doesn't even have armor retainer. Look at his... I mean, even having 150 range advantage will not give him a win. Because he just don't have enough ammunition to destroy all this infantry.
Oh, and the General of Duck, look at the General of Duck. Oh, decimated.
Yeah. He clearly lost his patience. I mean, he's angry now. I can tell you. I can tell just from looking at it.
But he's doing a nice job on his left flank though, but he's gonna lose his Yariki now.
It doesn't matter, he lost his calf, and Pietro il Terrible have enough light line infantry, and enough melee units to rush. It's... I don't know, I think it's over.
Yeah, and now he's gonna pull back because he doesn't have the edge there anymore, and he's gonna...
yeah, strategic retreat. Boring. I can tell you, there is nothing to comment on. It's smart, but boring. And yeah, but I mean, this game was lost in just by a build they took. Pietro took a right build, and yeah, just a right build. What can I tell?
I think he's also gonna catch that Yariki if he's careful. Like if he micros his spears properly, he might get it. But I think that's what he's planning to do.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna...
But on the other hand, he doesn't have any guns here.
Yep. Yariki is caught.
Catched.
So one by one, he's taking out Duck's units. Long, but you know, like it assures the highest percentage of winning. Like there's nothing that Yariki can do to get out. Well, he's doing the smart thing by charging the Shogitai, but he might actually try to pull out.
Actually, can you send me a link to a stream on Steam chat? Because people asking for it. And I don't know what to tell. Honestly, I think Duck had decent chances, but he threw away his own revolver cavalry for nothing. I think Duck does way too many mistakes in these games. Just because he gets impatient.
150 range Shogunate infantry might get caught as well, or actually it can't get caught because it really does not have any cav.
And thank you, chat, for a link.
And more Yariki get taken out. Duck only has, what is it, 2 cav units left. Well, that the Yariki with 3 men, that's about to rout. And it's routed, so he has... Actually, no, he does have a couple more cav units, but... I don't know, he doesn't have the necessary mass to do it. And still, like, Il Terrible has units in the forest. Like, what are they doing over there? That's like, he doesn't have any need for those. Like, what is he facing against? That's...
Well, you don't necessarily need units to do something. They just need to be a threat.
Yeah, but he doesn't need that many over there.
And
like,
the
he
thing
has
is,
2 units by the shrine doing nothing either. Like, he doesn't... Like, overall, he has more forces, but where he's attacking, it's not that many more forces.
but
it should still be enough, though, I think.
I think it is enough, yeah. And it's partly because of what I was talking before. Duck doesn't have enough ammunition. He just wasting his ammunition on the spear levies.
And now more
stuff.
infantry for Il Terrible. They're gonna come in and flank the Red Bears. And the Red Bears probably won't take care of the Shogunate Guard infantry either. And...
Il Terrible losing his gen, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
matter.
Well, he still kept his gen with like 5, low morale, but it's still alive. And Yariki of Duck are gonna be taken out right now. The last one, yeah. Basically, Duck has no cav left, so this should be game, in fact. Like, it was over a while ago, but like, this is actually like really... Duck, I think he's actually gonna be really mad now with this result.
Yeah, well, that's interesting how you sometimes can see people's mind just by how he plays. Because these 2 cavalry charges into Red Bears, it's not like him at all. It's not like he plays usually. You can see that Pietro actually did what he intended to. With all that talk about maps, with all that camping, he actually threw Duck out of the balance. And now I'm afraid Duck constantly thinking, should I invoke use that red line rule or not? So he can't concentrate on the game well enough, I believe. Well, that's how I see things, because these mistakes, that's not how he plays usually. Certainly not. And what Il Terrible does is perfectly maintaining his cool and keeping with his playstyle. And I'm eating some mushrooms here.
There's not really much to say right now, though. It's just that Il Terrible is gonna have to close out this game somehow.
Yeah, basically prolonged agony.
What a pun.
Yep.
Well, I guess the only tool Duck has now is kiting with the 150 Shogunate infantry. And actually, like, it could work because Il Terrible doesn't have any 150s himself, but he will have to engage at one point.
You see, this Shogunate infantry took like 3 volleys at least from 12 they have. No, I think Duck really needs to take a little break.
What's happening?
Okay, real trash talk going on. But, well, now you know how legends burn. He will be most hated player of Full of the Samurai tomorrow. Maybe even today. You have to use at least 1 unit aggressively. I do. I move 1. And what can I say? That's what Pietro Il Terrible understands as aggression. Moving his Kyoto Polis near his Shogunate Guard infantry. Freaking aggressive.
Well, like, he could also move on the other flank because there's nothing that Duck has to threaten him.
And the
And
point
now
is,
he's doing it. Now he's doing it, which...
yeah. And just look at compositions. Pietro can just select everything and attack, and he will win. And he's
Yeah.
still afraid. I mean, this is sick. It's stupid. It's completely stupid. And probably Duck somewhat to blame here. He himself plays too aggressively. On his place, I would just get all my units in the
Yeah.
forest and just wait.
Well, right now he's using, as I said, his tool. Yeah, he needs to use that 150 Shogunate infantry to his advantage because Il Terrible does not have any 150s. Because, like, as you said, like, Il Terrible can, at any point if he decides to rush in, he will win. So the only thing Duck can do is whittle him down with the 150 and kite a little bit, which he seems to be doing now, and it's the correct choice. But
Yeah, and the other thing I can think of overall, if Duck just tried to play very line heavy, Pietro actually have no chance, close to no chances, just because we have seen that his fifth game against Taika, he mainly won because Taika did awful, and even with such an awful play in a fifth game, it still took so much time and was so difficult for Pietro.
and it looks like now he's gonna start his attack. The spear levy is coming in, and now his own guard infantry gonna come in, and Duck's gonna kite.
He baited
He's
first
doing-
volley.
Yeah, he's gonna kite, of course, which is the good thing. But how long can he kite for? And like,
I mean, he just don't have enough ammunition. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't matter how long he's going to kite. He
and
just
he's-
can't kill
He's
everything.
already killed 237 men, so he's already used a lot of ammo on that unit. So it's probably
Yeah.
almost out of ammo, or close to at least.
And others, look at this. His red bears have 7 ammunition. I mean,
Black Tortoise 7 as well, like. And now he's shooting more at the spear levy, so even less ammunition. Yeah, this is about as over as it can get. And flanking from every side. Well, now it should be game over. And Il Terrible has won another match. Another game, and Duck has to
3-2.
pull something out right now, or he's gonna be out of the tournament. Like, it's,
match point.
yeah, match point for Il Terrible. Like, my prediction is now off. I thought it would be 4-2 for Duck, but apparently not.
Mine still not off because I told before that even game with Myth was quite difficult for Duck, and Pietro is much stronger in a to general standoff, and Duck's general kills general of Taika. Oh man. Oh, Duck still manages to say GG. I don't know. Personally, I would have long ago disqualified Il Terrible for red line camping.
Well,
3 games
I
in a
don't
row.
think-
I can understand one game, okay?
Well,
But-
it's not red line camping per se.
There were no way to sneak a unit there between
But he
his
did
line
it
and
as attacker, and like, so Duck didn't necessarily need to attack himself, like, because he did it as attacker. I think it's mostly there for defenders.
But well, as defender, he did the same, I believe.
Yeah, but that's when how do you call it? That's when Duck attacked really quickly and like couldn't get time to get out of the red line camping.
Yep. But yet again, let's be unbiased here. Duck lost because he chose wrong build
And wrong map.
Actually, wrong
Yeah.
map, and he wasted a lot of units of his. he didn't predict because what Pietro will took was quite predictable. It was so easy to see what he will bring. I kind of surprised here. So overall, I wouldn't say that what Pietro did is such a bad thing. It's certainly a smart thing. So in a sense, I'm okay with that. I just find it completely boring. But in this game, I mean, what happened basically when you think deeper about it? He had a build advantage, but it was a long game advantage. It wasn't like he couldn't just win. He certainly had to take his time to win, which he did, and which worked. I wouldn't say beautifully, but interestingly, certainly interestingly. If I kind of throw away all BIOS and if I just look at this game without any context, it's a good game. But considering prehistory of it, boring. And let's take a look at final stats. Pietro il Terrible deploying 1080 men more. Dark was what 500 men more more effective in kills, but 500 against 1000 is not enough, certainly. Now let's take a look at final stats. 400 kills for this Shogunate infantry, mainly spear levies. Black Total Sabre cavalry did good enough. Yariki, Shogunate Guard, revolver cavalry. 84 kills in red bears. I mean, awful. I mean, probably the most important unit for Dark in this game. With that 150 range Shogunate infantry.
Yeah.
Now, these two Yariki on a lower part of kill count. Two Yariki of Dark that killed 45 and 25 men. On his red flank, attacking that red bears yet again for nothing. For no particular reason and no gain. For Pietro il Terrible, we have United States Marines slightly over 100, not good enough. Kyoto Police doing good job, 100 kills, mostly cavalry. Shogunate Guard Infantry 160 kills, decent, considering they only lost 50 men. Shogunate Guard Infantry have named Granatieri di Pavlovsk, Granatieri Prussiani. So it's probably Pavlovsk. It's probably King of Russia, Pavel, and that's his mushki. I don't know. Prussiani. No idea what this means. And his general Napoleone Bonaparte. Man, Bonaparte never was such a coward. That's for certain. But yeah, interesting game. Certainly interesting. And I'm finally getting in this mindset when I can see things unbiased. What Pietro did is extremely boring, but smart. I mean, this time he certainly didn't have a reason not to do it. He chose the right build and used in a right manner. I mean, he did basically the same thing as Dak against Myth in the second game. Or what other example can I get here? Or for example, what Dak did against Twitch is a time when he took a light line with spearbox without any cavalry, and his plan was basically to make Twitch attack him. So it was the same game plan: no cavalry and defensive play. So it's a valid strategy. And the downfall of Dak in this game isn't that Pietro il Terrible camping, right? It's just that Dak played it wrong. he did a couple of mistakes with his cavalry engagement, with his revolvers, and it's not how you play against campers that is attacker. You should give up half of a map just to make Il Terrible attack, just to make him go out of that hill. Make him go into this middle forest, because he have to. Go completely passive. That probably would be the best way to approach it. And of course, no ammunition retainer is no go when you take so many line and rely on it.
I think another thing that Duck did wrong is that he forgot to. I mean, he didn't forget, but like he didn't prioritize the correct dojo. Like, why take the farmhouse when you can take the shrine? Like, why not get to the shrine before Il Terrible can get into a good position? Like, catch him out of position. Is it not possible?
You see, in a face-to-face fight on that hill, Il Terrible would have won. That's the problem, because in a face-to-face engagement, infantry-heavy build will win. For Dark, with his cavalry-heavy composition, he had to use his he had to evade fight. That's what he had to do, because if they met on a hill, Duck didn't have any shogitais. Pietro did have enough spear levies, enough line. It was impossible to fight there. So
I suppose.
Yeah. Just stay back. Camp your own hill. Make Il Terrible go into the middle of the map, where your cavalry would actually be of use. When you can get your cavalry behind your enemy. Doug just allowed Il Terrible fight near that hill that Il Terrible wanted to camp. So I think he just approached it wrong. Overall.
Well, thing is, like, I remember the 2v2 tournament final I played against Il Terrible with
yeah, that you played 2 times.
Sprint. Yeah, like a lot of the games went exactly like this, but since it actually wasn't streamed or anything, we decided to go patiently. So, like, we had 1 hour long games and stuff, like not just one, but like 2 long games and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, you actually sent me replays, but
yeah,
I didn't find the time to actually study them, unfortunately.
But you did see like how we won on what was Crossroads, right? You saw that one.
Yeah.
Like when they attempted a camping strategy, but we went from all sides and surprisingly we won that.
Well,
and like it was without dojos even. So
I'm sorry to interrupt you. In chat, Hopolita says me that Prussian Grenadiers is a unit from Napoleon Total War. Okay, I see. Well, this is the let's see 6th game. Score so far 2-3. Hidden Mountains. We have archery dojo with a sword dojo here, and as you can say, probably guess from our voices, this match isn't exciting at all. Yeah, well, that's what happens in finals. And you know, Pietro Il Terrible playing exactly as Italian football team played before. Now they play much more interesting than before, but when I was younger, in like 90s, everyone despised Italian football team for being campus, basically. They played in such a boring manner that
well,
everyone rooted for Brazilians.
It works.
Of course it works, but I actually rooted for Italians in last tournaments when they actually started to play interesting football. I mean, it was cool. They started to attack finally. Uh, but you know, it's like that time. What Il Terrible does now with Duck is what was done with Zidane. He was provoked in that head bump. That was hilarious. I think I'm okay. Good luck, have fun. Of course you walk, El Terrible. Oh man.
Like, I would be so frustrated if I was playing this match.
I think I would have won it because stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, stupid campus, and that was stupid camp in a sense because it actually didn't have follow-up plan. Plan of Il Terrible depends on personality of Duck. It depends on playing against aggressive player. Anyone who doesn't play aggressively would actually have an advantage here. Okay then, let's go over compositions, and I will guess I will start with the Duck because he is attacker right now. Yeah. So Duck showed us revolver cavalry, vanilla. He showed us 4 Yariki, level 7 each. Sabri cavalry level 7. Now, did he show us? Yes, he showed us 2 Vanilla Shogitais, Shogunate Guard cavalry level 5, and 3 Vanilla Red Beast. Yeah, all vanilla. His gen, again, it's such a strange stuff. Seems like a full command gen, but yet again, look at a minimap. He doesn't have increased tower. I just don't understand how he upgrades it. Wait a second. Is it maybe he is level 7?
It's level 9. It shows on his gen.
Okay.
I don't think it's level 7, but he has a revolver cav taking the archery dojo, but that means it won't be in the fight quickly enough.
And I have to take a phone call while you calling composition of Pietro.
Okay. So for Pietro, he's got no cavalry, it seems, and red bears, Shinsengumi police force, Royal Marines, some Shogitai, 2 of them rank 2. Actually, 1 is rank 1. Then Kyoto police, general with the stand and fight, so command general, more spear levy up in the back. Red bears, Kyoto police, spear levy, and actually it seems like Duck's gonna try and go in with the Shogun Guard Cav, but this isn't gonna go well. Well, actually he didn't get a shot off, so Marine's still gonna get some shots off. Actually, they're not firing. They're not firing into Duck's Shogun Guard Cav. And now the Marines have been charged by the by Yariki of Duck, so big blunder by Il Terrible in this case. Had no spears to cover, and he even got this Red Bear infantry charged by Yariki, but now the spear levy, I think, actually if I think about it, like his spear levies are gonna be here and Duck's cav get in prolonged melee and he's probably gonna lose his cav, but is this gonna be worth it for Duck though? It's still hard to say, and Il Terrible, like, he did force Duck away from here though, but this Yariki is still alive and it's gonna go right into the back of Il Terrible's forces, but he's got spears still standing over here, and now Duck's spears, Duck's cav are being withered down by the spears of Il Terrible though, and these 2 Shogitais are holding down Duck's own Shogitais,
and he does a strange stuff with some of his cavalry. This Yariki, for example, charging spear levies from behind, while General of Il Terrible was completely open.
Yeah, now revolver cavalry coming for Duck though, like, but it's still gonna be extremely rough for Duck. He might get the Marines, and he's doing good against the General of Il Terrible. If he can snipe the Gen of Il Terrible, that's gonna help out, and he's even engaged with his General. Yeah, like Il Terrible has I think Il Terrible is given attack order to attack the revolver cav, which is smart because that revolver cav is dangerous, and there we go, he's gonna take down that revolver cav. So nice targeting by Il Terrible. He should get that revolver cav now though, and thing is that I don't know if Duck has enough units to pull this off.
Yeah,
He's gonna
I
take
should
out
say
that.
awful micro from Duck right now. It's not how he usually plays it. But no, look at his revolver cavalry. Actually,
Well, is Revolver Cavalry gonna die now though?
yeah, will they? I wonder if they will get something from these Royal Marines. That's what important. And clearly, Il Terrible winning in a sense of having
Yeah.
more units. But look how, man, I wonder, Duck using his cavalry to deliver hammer and anvil blow on this Shogitai of Il Terrible, and now his cavalry, he just needs to micro it more. He needs to.
Oh, he lost
Man.
that Revolver Cavalry, and
It was
he's
such a
not-
bad engagement.
yeah, he's not kiting with his red bears. So now Marines and other Shinsengumi getting some volleys off, and even the general of Il Terrible is still alive, but Duck might try and snipe him. That's what he's doing now, but and
Jen
the
is
general
dead.
dead actually, yeah, and he still got
And,
some cav left in. He's gonna run in,
and
but
2 Shogitais.
yeah. So all
So
those
I
spear
don't know.
levies are off the field. Except
Now it
one.
really depends on a late game scenario. And look, Duck really off his micro. Look at this red beast. Only now they are going into fight.
But actually, he could still use his general for hammer and anvil strikes.
Yeah, and Duck in a good shape right now.
Marines
He
are
needs
still
to
alive,
use his general for the strikes.
Yeah, and the
Because all these spear
Shogitai.
levies, they will come back from routing. They will.
And I don't
And
know.
look, this red piece of Duck, not in a fight again.
Nice rear charge from the back into the Terribles Shinsengumi, but is it gonna be enough? And actually, Il Terribles units are coming back, the ones that are routing. So, I mean, now his the Gen of Duck are charging into the Royal Marines, and they're gonna get there. Looks like they are, and they might actually rout the Royal Marines before the spears come in, and at
But
least
now he have to
lead
pull
them.
through his gen.
Yeah, he's doing
And
that now.
Oh, okay, they're routed. Well,
But the thing is now that Duck's units
he has
are
to
engaged with spear levy, so. But
They
actually,
still
Il
don't.
Terrible is not gonna have any units soon that could catch Duck's general. But Duck's general doesn't have guns. I forgot.
and yeah, and he look how incredibly sloppy. Oh, mass routing going on.
Doesn't matter. It looks like Duck is actually gonna pull this off.
Who knows? Well, yeah. Look
There
at
we go.
this red beers routed in melee. 2 units of spear levy. Who is man? This is GG. Man,
Yes.
that's what we expect from a finals. Man,
Yeah.
this is cool. And unfortunately, I didn't record it, but I will cast it later. Because
This
I
is
have-
what we call a game.
yep, 3-3. So match point ahead of us. Match point for both players. And look at this. It's the same like in previous game. Look at this. Exactly 1,080 man difference in deployed man. Exactly. At this time, look how much. Interestingly enough, this time Duck killed 500 more men than he lost, like in previous game. It was the same, but look how different it went in the end. Just because of
Yeah.
these back charges, because of this hammer and anvil. Man,
Yeah.
this is cool.
Yeah, it was really close, and it changed the sides. Like it swapped the hands, like who was gonna win and things like that.
And
But now
still-
we're gonna go on Alpine Ridge.
Look how many mistakes Duck did actually. I wonder, this was so close. And if he didn't do that mistakes, I think this would have been one-sided. Just because this time El Terrible didn't camp red line. He camped in the forest closer to middle. And that's what happens with a camper who plays against good aggressive player. Alpine Ridge. Actually, that was the map I played yesterday with Duck and won. We will see what happens here. Okay, let me take a look at chat. It seems lively.
Hmm.
So, yeah, Killerfish says that he predicted well. 4-3.
Well,
Yep.
I predicted wrong.
Now thinking what can happen. I think on Alpine Ridge, the worst thing you can take is a Miller Rush, actually.
Yeah, because of all the like, there's some kind of
Easy to catch.
rivers and water and stuff, isn't there? Like, I didn't play on this map for a while, but there's water and stuff.
You can use
So-
couple of melee units to control the middle, but
Yeah.
crossing that ridge would make you dead.
Or
so-
Pokey to control the middle as well. That could work.
Some cavalry heavy can work, line spam can work, artillery can possibly work, but I wouldn't bet on it because of the forests. You can easily hide your most expensive units in the forest and just control the dodges from there. So artillery aren't best choice, I think. Line heavy or cavalry heavy, something like that, with some mix of melee infantry maybe.
And what does Il Terrible mean by saying that? I found really funny as your Shogitai of 21 melee killed mine of 27 melee supported by spears and rest. Would be nice to avoid to see strange things, at least in a tiebreaker. What does he mean exactly? Is he like trying to mess with Duck's mind or something? Probably. And Duck is even saying isn't gonna even respond to that.
Yep.
Wait. Is he honestly believing that Duck is cheating now?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, he is. That's
that
what he's
would
typing. This time is certainly disgrace. I mean, this sucker couldn't even notice that Yariki was charging back of his Shogitais so they would rout. I mean, I lost. I mean, I tried to be respectful. You all seen it. I tried, but Lois should never play this game, I think. At least such a Lois. I mean, in his interview, he telling me about how bad I know the game. And he can't notice Ham and Anvil. I mean, this is a basics. This is complete basics of the game. And, oh man. I'm getting pissed. I'm really getting pissed off.
Well,
He's saying, basically, he's saying that it would be nice not to see strange things, at least in tiebreaker, because his higher attack Shogitai is routed against lower attack Shogitais of Duck. But we all seen it. Yeah, he clearly wrote it. I mean, I will even take a screenshot here of the chat. He clearly wrote that would be nice to avoid strange things, at least in a tiebreaker. I mean, the way my man routed would be nice to avoid C cheating. I mean, go to hell. I think this man will not have much weight in international community. I think outside Italian community, he has nothing anymore. Yeah. But there is another possibility if we'll think about it. He didn't show himself to be a stupid man. It's certainly possible that he's just trying to
like
mess with Duck's mind.
Yeah.
Because later he can just say, "Oh, I didn't mean it." But well, screenshots taken. And I mean, can you believe that such a man can actually win the tournament? And he can. No, I don't think Duck should waste his time.
Yeah. What?
He is messing. And from that you can see that he certainly wants to win. He wants to win it so much. Actually, it would be interesting to know if I wonder if I actually think that Tinkerbell can steal root on El Terrible, from what I know. No, I still can't drink my wine, unfortunately, because after this game I had to go and help my parents to move some furniture. So it will be a busy night for me. But then I will get back, I will drink some and play some games.
Hopefully we can see a nice final game on Alpine Ridge. Like we had some nice games in this match, but like a lot of them were quite boring.
Yep. Exactly half of them.
I guess if Terrible really wants to win this so much that he's doing all of this.
Duck too, but I mean, there is always possibility that he is honestly thinking about that. Because, for example, you know, before Aggony won championship, I can say it for sure, a lot of Russian players were talking like, we will see how Duck will play without his cavalry spam. I mean, it was when cavalry exploit was fixed. So a lot of people, because they didn't play him, I mean, face to face, they just talked with each other like, oh, he's just pulling his cav. That's cav exploit. But then they finally noticed that he plays line heavy, he plays melee rush, and I can see how it might be the same in Italian community, because it's a little bit on the side of international community. They closed up a little bit. Lately, Russian community was more open. You can see them participating in Flash tournaments. A lot of European players and American players playing on Russian Flash tournaments. So there is some magic going on. But Italian community is still quite closed up. So Il Terrible can honestly think that there is some cheating going on. And he can honestly think, I mean, you played against him on that Italian tournament. That tournament legitimately allows camping and playing without dodges.
Yeah.
That's it's clearly completely different mentality. I mean, who in his mind, I mean, in a healthy mind would host a tournament without dodges right now? Because we got a taste of this fresh, aggressive, fast play, and why would we want to go back to this 40-minute camping games? It's just not worth it. Of course, it might make game a little bit richer, maybe even deeper, I don't know. But I don't want it. And as for other comment, yes, I think we should play drunk later. I wish I will have some. I hope I will have some strange strength remaining after getting all this furniture to the 5th floor without elevator. It would be difficult, but we will see how it goes. Hopefully it's always the same. I don't have vodka at my home. I don't drink vodka, especially alone, only on weddings or birthdays. Not my weddings, of course. I didn't have any so far. Okay. Duck is ready. We are waiting for Il Terrible.
And we shall see how things go. Like, I'm curious to see if anyone's brought Bokeh on this map.
Well, you can see it, but the question is how it actually goes. Man, looks interesting. Yeah, looks quite interesting. Il Terrible hiding everything in the forest and wasting time.
And Ryan is telling you to exercise and get some 6-packs. Well, alright, looks like Il Terrible should be ready, but like what? We'll see how things go.
And I only got to know myself that today. Wait a second, I need to take a call again.
Need to take what? And actually the game is starting, so I'm gonna go over Duck's build right now. He's got a still command general and then 4 Yariki, all rank 2. He's got on his right flank 2 Saber Cav, also rank 2. In the center, actually on his left flank, he's just shown 2 Revolver Cav vanilla, and he's also got some Shogitai, it seems. He's got 2 vanilla Shogitais and 4 Red Bears, I believe all are rank 2. And now he's just gonna try and get the archery dojo while he lets Il Terrible get the farmhouse.
And El Terrible actually have a Bokeh here with 1 upgrade, and it seems it's Bokeh can get ammunition upgrade without getting into clan upgrades. I don't know, but he have 45 ammunition here. So let's see for the whole army. It's the same composition, basically the same he used in on Kansai wood, I believe.
Yeah, with a Vermilion 150 range.
Yep.
So still no cavalry for Il Terrible and same kind of tactic, but he's setting up himself nicely for a defense.
Yeah, and yet again, red line camping already. So 4 spear levies, common gen, 1 Shugitai it seems.
Yeah.
Wait a second, 5 spear levies. Okay, I see. Shinsegumi Police Force, Red Bears, Shinsegumi Police Force, Vermilion Dot Force. So he basically guessed composition of Duck, right? Well, there is no attack and defend in the last game, but I think there is still red line camping rule.
Yeah, just like Duck's gonna try and get to the Bokeh, but Bokeh is gonna get a volley off and then probably retreat. There they go.
And in one volley they get 3 kills. They have 45 volleys, so they can kill up to 200 men, I believe. Which is quite a lot.
Unless he sends his Bokeh in and gets them shot, but like he almost did that, but he pulled back at the right moment. You can continue doing that.
Honestly, I think build-wise, I would actually give advantage to Duck. Just because on this map, on near the red line where El Terrible actually camping,
There's a forest.
there is a nice spot for Shogitais to
Yeah.
approach, which he's slowly doing. So at some point El Terrible would have to react. I just wish Duck will not make any micro mistakes, because he's playing way too aggressively with his revolvers again. I don't think it's necessary. I would start engagement with the Shogitais, in fact. Get Shogitais in, get cavalry in, get line in, and then get revolvers in, because they do better when the opponent's line cannot shoot at all.
Yeah, need to get them entangled up with melee first.
But overall, I noticed that probably from all players I know, Duck is only one who engaged his cavalry before his cheaper line. I do it completely opposite, different way. I engage one line to bait opponent's volley and then send cavalry. But it works well for him.
Yeah, well, he comes in from a dead angle, so his cav can get shot up.
And that's a smart thing to do, in a sense that, look, this Boki still got only 7 kills. Now Il Terrible really have to think about keeping his general alive with 2 revolver cavalry. That's a trouble. Okay, this would be fast and scary. It would be... I wouldn't bet on anyone this. I know that if it would be me... I know I'm
camping a little bit with the spear levy.
Not little bit. He is basically like it. But overall, I just think that in this scenario, Duck's build and his positioning have an advantage. But
yeah, he shouldn't engage in the center.
His saber he just needs to open way to his saber cavalry. What he does with his Shogitais getting... Yeah, this time he engaged his cavalry first, right thing to do, and now he is engaging this revolver cavalry in a great position, decimating these United States Marines. Totally. Oh man. And look at this.
Oh, he's gonna take out the Vermilion Bird Force as well with his cav, and he's actually charging into Spear Levy though, so he needs to be careful by the farmhouse, but it's looking good right now for Duck.
Flank of Il Terrible will collapse. He has nothing going on there. So now Duck kinda lost.
Still.
No, still not lost his revolver cavalry. He exchanged his revolver cavalry to that United States Marines. But overall, look at this. His line is completely okay. His Shogitais are completely okay. Still, there is still way for Il Terrible to win this one. Certainly, there is a way. Yeah, now it depends on ability of Duck to push the...
Yeah, but he might lose his cavalry if he does it like this, though.
Yeah, he needs to disengage his revolvers. He doesn't do it well. But finally, he is managing his sabre cavalry well enough. We will see. We will see. It's still anyone's game. Because his cavalry on the back of Il Terrible doing strange stuff.
Oh, and now the saber cav of Duck are gonna come in, and that's gonna be like the spear levy of Il Terrible are totally out of position now.
Yeah, but look at this red bear of Duck actually shooting at routing man. He needs to retarget them.
But now he's gonna win that flank.
Yeah, completely. And the thing is, Il Terrible actually lost all of his elite line units. And Duck still have archery dojo. He have all of his line.
Il Terrible won't have his gen soon, and that means his spear levy will really rout soon.
Yeah,
he's losing
you see,
all his line infantry.
Sabre cavalry just touched the spear levy and they're already wavering.
And he's gonna catch the Shinsengumi as well with his cav. He's still got cav able to do things. There he goes. The Shinsengumi is wavering and it's routing. And Kyoto Police came back though, but the units aren't
Time to
shattered.
pay.
But oh,
This is
there they
time
go.
to
They
pay.
are broken.
Ah, GG.
Looks like
Certainly
Duck is
GG.
gonna
And
take
yeah,
victory over here. Like, quick game. Like, he finally showed that he can.
not only that, he showed the main weakness of a camping player. Because camping player have to face all directions, and he cannot that easily change distribution of his forces. Because he doesn't know where attack will start with all this cavalry. Whew!
What the game,
Ah,
actually. This was a really good game.
It was. And as I told, this composition of Dark actually much better than Il Terribles. It's well suited to start attack from all the sides. And honestly, I just used something like that so many times. Man, I don't want to sound cocky, but if your opponent so passive and allows you to get all your forces into position, you're just going to win, because Il Terrible was completely passive. He done nothing. He done nothing to push Dark away. He allowed Dark to get into position and attack when he wanted. Oh man. Well, 4-3.
In Duck's favor, so
And
almost Il Terrible almost won the last two games though. Like, I mean, the one before this game, at least.
yeah,
It was.
not last one.
Yeah.
But I should say, man,
The
this
game.
end? Can you believe it? This tournament actually finished.
Yes. So, final statistics of the final game of the Aggony 1v1 Championship. Ducks, Red Bears did very well. Yariki actually got 133 kills. So nice amount. Saber Cav, decently too. Revolver Cav, I don't remember what they killed. Oh, they killed the Marines, yeah?
Yeah.
So that was a big part of it. And
A little bit sloppy, messing this revolver cavalry together.
And now for Il Terrible, none of his units are actually cost efficient, I think.
Yep. And that's how you play against super passive player. That's how you do it. But, well, good game, I should say. I think Il Terrible played smart. And, I mean, I would be completely okay if he didn't start the trash talk. Not good at all. But
Okay.
I think he was nervous as well. Aggony tradition now. Okay, oh man, I have to go to help my parents. Okay, see you later.
Okay. See you, and I might get Duck on for victory speech. We'll see if I can. So I'm gonna see if I can actually get him here. But yeah, there were some very good games, in fact. But some of them were actually boring, but I guess it was made up by the games later on in the match. There was trash talking involved, so it's interesting to see that. But even though, like, I think it was a little bit, how do you call it? A little bit too much, but we should see if we can get Duck here. Still waiting on an answer to see if we can get him here. So actually we will get to talk to Duck now. See how he feels about it. Hello and congratulations on winning the Aggony 1v1 Championship 2012. Duck?
Yeah, hi everybody.
That was a really tough and how to say, like, was a game of patience.
Yeah, it was a game of patience. Unluckily, I didn't have any patience because I basically agreed with my girlfriend that I'd watch North and South with her today. But I have this match as well, so she's been waiting for me for the last 2 hours. But I mean, I just gotta hand it to Ilter Ibile because he's very annoying to play against, and yeah, you could have complaints about his defensive style, but I mean, you need to play defensive against me if you want to win, anyways. And yeah, I think he's a great player, and his style is very hard to face against, and I just gotta hand it to him because he's excellent in many ways. Although he could attack more.
Yeah, and he did say some unnecessary things in chat.
Yeah, well, I suppose so did I. I mean, I lost a bit of my patience there in some of the situations because he's a player who likes to take his time, and I tend to be aggressive. And if I'm in a situation where I can't be aggressive, like the game on the cans I would, I really have no other option but to wait for him to make a move. And as he's so cautious, it just took ages. And I mean, otherwise, I'm not gonna. I just want to thank everyone for viewing, and thanks to everyone for their support. Feels really good. And now I need to go to my girlfriend who's been waiting for me.
All right. So thank you
Okay,
for being here, Duck, and congratulations once again on winning the tournament.
Yeah, and just want to wish everyone a happy new year, and we'll see each other. We'll see. Well, I mean, we're back in a year with the next A1C, so see you then. Quack.
Right, so thank you guys and girls for watching this whole tournament. Thank you for supporting the tournament and voting, like, for voting for the kind of score you want and participating actively in chat and even the players who participated in the tournament as well. And like, we had a lot of fun time playing the tournament, and I think personally it was a very nice tournament overall, and we had a lot of fun matches. And hopefully there's more in store of that next year with the next A1C, as Duck pointed out. And hopefully Rome 2 will be a very good game. Thank you once again for watching, and I shall see you all next year. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.